Electoral area coordinators, any polling station executives, members of the New Patriotic Party, communicators now, let us say, year 2024 elections, no, December. Now, maybe elections, parliamentary candidates, every constituency, omoko round, ekodasi, and a presidential candidate, so after every presidential election, from Ejukwahin this time to President Kufuor time to President Nana Akufo-Addo this time.
Yenya kopona yesom no ena yewada enumre so wasan amaye enkwa no ebiem ema Takoradi abodwemu a moja edi wafurusane ena so yewada fofra otwedi ampon yankropon wotobonsu tonso bonsuo akrobetu yankropon no a yekona ntimu no yasa babetu ne biem nia ye boni sambrane se ayebuafo ye bidi buaye no nia ye frani nyansa buakwa wapane ne nyansa kakra edi amamye na enanumre nso me no babedi ne ho enkomo na oman Ghana nkomo nso etumi akonanim no wana yede na se yawade numre nso no wama ahoden karfi ewo ho ayebetumi asom ama Ghana mamu ajo Mamu akwaba marasin so some 9 minutes past the hour 4 Western Diamond TV enumrei yesen konwa dohwe no emienu 2 solid eyes ayame chafa me no mienu yendi ya ho nkomo na ehasa biribia betuto yie 2 hours a edi animu yi on Western Diamond TV Oman Mpuntuo dwumedie eso ma me no efrose e won paibom Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim Malik Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alayhim. Ghayril maghdubi 'alayhim waladdallin. Qul a'udzu birabbil falaq. Qul a'udzu birabbil falaq. Qul huwallahu ahad. Allahu samad lam yalid walam yulad walam yakun lahu kufuwan ahad enumrai ya baba di Oman Ghana ho nkomo na yehwebe bia emprempremu no NDC amanyokuo no eti Oman Ghana ababeduro hyane so na kai se de bia no me ne wo hyewa fidie so a ye twe ya adwen ekọ akire kakra ye bu nkompon ekohwe achi Abandada NPP nyo ye na abanfufro NDC ba ye wobeston ye na de ono so de aka ho eni babia wono ede yen ekro seyo stormwe na bo no nyom yenjejereje ye troman mu ye bedi ho adanse emfie nan a ede yenimu yi eno nti let's tighten our belt and fasten our seat belt because a kind of hardship Yaba femu ewo my Ghana mu hano. We have no idea. In fact, I have no idea. You have no idea. But sir, somebody beto be just da. Me no mienu sane betumi aka no. Na ya tra ya adwen ewo ho esan se. Ye Oman ba no. Eno na kwanya we eba. Me kira ma adwen na so kira wa adwen ewo Oman Mpuntuo dwumedie so tie di ni ye. Oman Mpuntuo. Eno nti obi ntumi nka okasa bo nhya wo yem. It is unacceptable. It is unacceptable because even the Constitution, freedom of speech. Freedom of speech. We are practicing democracy. And it will be to me and show him. And I say, and to him. But I say, me did Okyeremaba AS Enchill, the radio PRO. And I was a boom 15th of May 2025 in the year of our Lord Almighty, the Grand Master and the Grand Architect of the universe. In Bray, one of enemies stress won't show. For text message and a WhatsApp message, 0248 071174 0248 071174 Fabra na yanji bre enkenkan emfa ema now. Let's set the ball rolling. Na quotation enra me na wodi ho enkomo na ye di mu enkomo no ena so ye the same quotation no e di France e we enkomo boyim enti yaro fa quotation to so ema me enra me no e ka safa hypocrisy nya tumsu e woni mpam nya tumsu a adokuru yan e wo oman yi emu nya tumsu a esa nuama ewo manyim eno komo ana me no mienu ye din enra and today ya toaso na ya kan ya atwom ehon komo kakra all because je won kofu ko bi wo manyim a sabra no na obi edi wo manyi so na mo se enoma nkoye anya yanje amamu no firi wo musam because wo mama no asai wo mama man ayetroka enai ye di o man asoro mo sa nya atumsu ana wo mumunti wo mo ba ye wo mo ye ne essensa me ba twa yaro foto so ma me why na enne enkoma nra me ne ya hwefo ne atiefo di ye no yesan ento aso abe quotation nim nya atumsu I say it is only the person with a dirty finger. It is always the ones with the dirty finger or the dirty hands pointing the fingers. It is always the ones with the dirty hands pointing the fingers. I am pembebre no womo mo kroje womo mo no munim se katahye proye dream anase krono bi embata wo mabra bon ho no womo mo ya dia very careful. But obia sasuni bi ewo ne mu krono katahye ewi dream ewo ne mu no se wo hu se ne nua bi ya dia bi a aya no susu se ne nua no wo ye ade afa katahye ho sanse esu bi ewo ne mu nti ohunu ba bia ne nua no head towards na wobekan ya ade atia ne nua no all because of esabi e wo twa na no so nya onya kwanya ne se kim na se wo no ebenya tumi ewo ne na ne nua no eye no so a wo ye worse than that. That is the subanya ewo the NDC, the National Democratic Congress wono mu emu be ba choma da se yin femfiri so amantem mewie eno ti suban bi a ewo NDC fo ma enya atwum suban no afen na frase a ededi baako na sabe wo moto eho eda ho epenise enframa ebebo na se enframa pa ene behunu akokoto se enframa ebo a ene behunu akokoto eno te wiase mu no onipa bi anya perfect onipa bi anya kroje onipa bi anya 100% because onyankopon kuto ene oye perfect ene se wonu bi ya ade bi na se wo kasatia wonya akonya enye the same thing we are sana na we nya atwum nipa wonya nya atwum hypocrite person, a hypocrite person intanyesa ewo omanyim because sana this fire and they wono manya to me na omo edanda nyoma eni mera sepe enu asumi no frase on komobo bim de entia amamani abre wasan komo hu ne se NDC amanyokuo wono mo eba ba mu no womo ka che yen Ghana for se womo de and the for poli wo ha ani atue nu and eno ne abosome enan 4 months ana omo wo nuama bia wono makuru kire ade agu a wono ma hwe petetekama hu ne sampa sa nuama ABCD eno na abosome nan mu a edi enimu ya mamuo mu no Ghana fo ehia no dodo pa eno ti yehwe na dia osi esia no kwan no yensia no kwan dia osi atumi ye bitoaso no yenye bintoaso dia osi atumi kura sano krampo no yensa no dia osi atumi so efrase manefefa no so no yemmoa ne ngusunsuo na amfefe 4 months ena omo hya yese won ba yesa no mani na on the 8th of May enanu ye ene ye man pani John Dramani Mahama Excellency ene Ghana fo be din ko it was Wednesday telling us say in fact he has fulfilled all the 26 promises was say who boss say 120 days obehwe no botuma yesa no mani na obeka cha Ghana fo say otumi afafele enrechi nso the secretary for the NDC onimiafo fifi fiave kote wonya akonya kwatena join news so ensem wokan ne say o say we cannot achieve excellence in 4 months. We cannot achieve excellence in 4 months. Eno ti mi bi se me ho say eno no na eyensam ban ene nyina so ban ena na the NDC wo mu gina so nti a wo mu ka kire en say wo mu wo enwema bi a wo mu akuruchi aguru a 4 months wo matumi di aye ni na nanso wo mu ba ban mu ene anyam to no asesa wo mu to different rhythm, different lyrics, different genre of music and NDC for airtour yera fifi kote aka kire Ghana for say yentumi fa boso me nan amfa nya nnuama bi a ebedida mu pepepe but wo mu pritumi no wo mu ka kire en say aboso me nan wo mba bose aduanu nsia bi wo ho a wo mehwe no mu di so pepepe eno nti ene meka se ebinum nya atom na nya atom su adokuru NDC amayoko no emuma na medi se meka sa asem no na medi fata se meka sa asem no because obese yen Ghana fobo se abosome nan obeye ABCD Ghana fo so tie ye wada say yenim se NDC fo aye atro fo amoba mutumi ye no Ghana fo dodo na tie ye ekoto aba edima NDC boom 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 in the history of our fourth republic ebinsi da and they womu baya enyom to no asesa say we cannot achieve excellence in 120 days me ba to mu really video no efama me you are further.
No, I mean we're not expecting to achieve excellence in 4 months. First of all, you must appreciate that we are taking over a country that is not in a very good place. And that is not just being political. It's a country that's not in a good place. It's a country that's not just politically, economically, should I call it a weakening country. We're talking about a country that's gone through what I call 8 years of moral decadence. You cannot have gone through 8 years of such soulless leadership as we have seen in Nana Akufo-Addo and Bawumia and expect that within a matter of 4 months everything is going to just be excellent. No.
Except that you gave yourself target.
Yeah, I
26 things you want to achieve in 120 days. You're marking based on your own commitments.
I agree.
And if you set the commitments, the civil society guys give you a 50%.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Ultimately, what matters more is what the people of Ghana feel.
What do you think they feel?
I think the people are going to feel confident that they have a leadership that is not perfect, a leadership that is determined to ensure that it does far, far, far better than what we have seen over the last 8 years. Not just in terms of the character of the leadership, but in terms of the desire to accomplish something for the country. Not to spend all the time and lamenting over the past, but try to fix the problem as we see.
Okay, me say.
Leadership that clearly
Masai esi subio ene se. Sene baya Ghana ni ba. Wo benhunu NDC amanyokuo no wo musu a wo de tira opposition. Ene wo mo ban a wo de ba ba mu muntie. NDC amanyokuo no won musu a wo mu opposition a wo da nadie ene won mo ban a wo ba ban mu a wo da nadie and a critical evidence or a clear evidence ye betumi agina so e dia kase wo mo nya ne krakafo wo mo nya abanya wo di ne kracha Ghana no eno bi ene the general secretary of the NDC wakotena join you so akoka yes say we cannot achieve excellence in just 4 months. Me bato tie. And now no ni Euro Kofi Potofi. And I know a friend chairman for the NDC. And I know a chairman for the NDC. On July 21st, 2017. July 21st, 2017. Sabrano na afei ana na adodan kwa Akufo-Addo. When you just 5 months to 6 months in office, because he was sworn into office on the 7th of January 2017. sania aban bia no ye ya no ye to aba bosumi a eto aso no eya afefoforo no mu no bosumi edi kan ne da toso enson eno nti bosumi baako ane ye de boaboa ye ho e de omampani foforo a ye yi no ye sande ni siso sabra no yewura Kofi Potofi. He was the leader and the national chairman of the National Democratic Congress, NDC, 2017, July 21st, 2017. Was say, President Akufo-Addo has failed the nation, NDC for, and I know more kasa. And it is said, yenim say, 4 months, yentumi fa achieve excellence, identity, and NDC, one more position. Yewura Kofi Potofi. Ebekache Ghana for just 5 months in Nana Akufo-Addo's government. Say, Nana to efeli Oman Ghana. Just 4-5 months. Just 4-5 months. Say Nana to efeli Oman Ghana. Kwatwo de ne bodwa nyanya che ne nyanya man nko. De bia me ka asem bi se. Se wonyini wie ya. Se wonwu anwie ya. Ensra kotia. De bia asema me ka no. Se wonyini anwie ya. Anasa wonwu yemu mbe na wie ya wohunu akotia motia tietia no ensere no because sabe yese monse efie bia no monse ewomu efie bia o monse enioma eye tantantan ede ye bi wo obi afie enti se wonyini wie ya na se wonwu wie ya ensere akotia enti se endi sinim se wombaba abemu biemu a nanka omo opposition no one man ka kanche na nado dan Akufo-Addo just 4-5 months in office say na nado asai wo man no esen nya ho bre eni sika afran centralfo eyen centralfo nhyiamu yewra asame kokon ayinohu ana no wote ne seni mfaso no sabre no na mu na NDC fo echirei ana samia kokon ayinohu omo say no NDC amanya konye party papa awasemi di wo mo echi because omo nka no kre eno ti no free party ni mu no eno ti eno free party ni mu no because ensamu amukadugu na nado Akufo-Addo hu fi afeya na wawura eye presidency just 5 months say nado wasewa man no kra 5 months po say nado wasewa man no kra anamu ba ya esanse mu 26 promises no man to me and deliver ama Ghana for I'm buying to that idea nintino makwa town no say we cannot achieve excellence in just 120 days she enimwa se pa na aka edi samanya oku no won somebody ya munyo just 5 months in office mon national chairman dan national chairman Kofi Potofi ebe ka kire NPP say masawa man na nado wasawa man just 5 months in office shene wa your man 5 months oh and am buy mo so mo 5 months efe mu na me na you cannot achieve we cannot achieve mo ya nwhwe oman mu bebu oman no mu bebu na obianso nkasa sebe oman ne mmo o dabi obia wa ye Ghana niba people wa ye Ghana niba mapa oyo oman ba oyo patriotic citizen oman ni jana kuma so no won bom paye se oman no ensai na mamu no nyamu yeyi me no kasai ena oman pani yate se we bedru oman Ghana mu ha yate so bedru oman Ghana mu ha oman pani tumi from manyim ekọ eya Togo lome so ekọ African Union Debt Conference wabra no nim se pefe se ne vice eni o manyim o UK awono yante no ma ache se o te sen yante no ma ache awoni pefe se speaker of parliament won so ekokwesi bro ni krom omampani ni pefe se chief of staff and I said chief justice was suspended no omampani ni pefe se was suspended chief justice anko say enipa miense mabobọ mudi nai wo mu ni omanmu a chief justice de ontumi nko ba bia esan say wo ye otambuafo pani entide bia no court won de o say wo ye available now so because of evil plots persecutions when nia wonimi no wamba no she's not aligned with them into enyini firi ho nya fe de mra mehye ho amwa yan a lawless country amwa yan omanya ye di democracy na ebu oman no maya ye ho lawless emra ni oman nim sabe yese kra womu nani afra no sabe ana ba ko na nani ewo ho no eno so kra tesis wo no wono na di ohene maya nhwe magana ma esa okro no bi under the leadership of the NDC John Dramani Mahama. Now my last discussion me 30 minutes no ebesi eno nie Sameje mfin komone de etwagu obabi a ayame nkwa na meka ho asem o matisi ase MPP fo bi no krampo ka bi ma no se tise ma Sameje mfin cheska me ametese abo apapon ene so usu bempa at one of the TV stations so was Accra was ahen ka Sameje mfin ono no kra na omudi kan call one TV station Accra so e medane sen ka se omutu blues mo na se mukam communication ana mo pa na mutu blues amuntu mu blues because me sure say o communications director or the officer ebesoma say kotu blues mo ana mo pa na mo de some kind of sensationalism be mo sentiment bi dia ka ho ana mo kotu blues but obien wo ebesoma communicate bia say ko TV station bi na kotu blues and is I want Sameje mfi what that friendship and I say that kind of rapport na sande Sameje mfi ya de na Ghana for kasa okay mo amasemu NPP for mo amasemu samu betra ho na party for binum asuso samis hunu we samfu we so a ena mo amojejereje me ba tofa Sameje mfi enai yatese apaden no chief of staff you Julius Debra Freno I think say 3-4 days ago and one ne kasa ye church and nsemu say code of conduct no say in the city here so for us and they we are public official no one do ho it is how you nyoma bia you very careful. First, you are the communications officer, and you are still the communications officer. But at the moment, I think I bind the baby ever shown son Sammy. One no, we are 36 years. And you are but a man penny your man, but a ja, Obama, me brifuno. But the man say, send a wapatono, make a winning. Now, me jow. Send Jesus Christo, a hinaba condominium sound a year, a on no you about a feminiso. Bakia can dear and dear, Bakia can dear and dear. I say, Mamma ya can impre, na me jano. Ushe yesu moving as ano kasa. Mama ya can impre, na me jano. And Oman Jan Sameje mfi. Your chief of staff say, Oman Penny John Dramani Mahama say, for now ne say enfi free year. And want to mean Kasa Sameje mfi. Sabe, akwese zu aboa ye ne say efi no no mu. Want to mean ka. Oman Penny through ne aya chief of staff ne chairman yewla Julius Debra say Oman Penny prem no sabe say everywhere nanum it want to mean ka it was say Sameje mfi you are my shining star you are my darling boy and that is the reason why I don't call God board it mean to mean ka for now you adwuma ya pardon no na enra press conference ko so yewla fellas kwacho fosu na gina mu ekasa ye and sound ne mu ame intino minimum dia mu roli mam na me sound.
Ladies and gentlemen of the media, I think that in the last few days there has been some matters relating to the acting chief executive officer of the Gold Board, Mr. Sameje mfi, regarding a video that emerged of some interaction with Agrada. You would recall that in the immediate aftermath of the emergence of the video, Mr. Sameje mfi promptly issued an apology in which he expressed regret over the matter and took on board public concerns raised over same. A day after that, the chief of staff summoned him to the presidency to learn about what transpired. The invitation was honored by Mr. Sameje mfi. He indicated to the chief of staff what his side of the story is, what explanation there is for what we all saw in the video. At the time, President Mahama was out of the country, so he had to be briefed on the discussions held with Mr. Sameje mfi by the chief of staff, and he has been briefed. Now, the view is that to begin with, the presidency acknowledges Mr. Sameje mfi's immediate act of contrition and the acknowledgement of the need to express regrets over that incident. So that apology has been taken on board. You do recall that when President Mahama launched the Code of Conduct, he said that one of the remedies for any potential breach was a public apology. He also said one of the potential remedies was a caution from the highest levels of government. After the interaction with the Chief of Staff cautioned him.
Of course, so now the Minister of Government Communication, the spokesperson for the President, John Dramani Mahama, Member of Parliament for Abura Asebu Kwaman Kese, Yewura Felix Kwachofusu, and I would say interview na ewa na yebra no ko eno nti yemone tetetew na yemfa ofedika we emfa ensi now de ntia amama ya bossa video yi na wahwe bie no me wo another video 49 seconds enwa on November year make us say 6 months ago before the general election, that is 2024 November. Jaman Penny and Nay in Prempre with you, my Ghana. So he was just the flag bearer for the NDC, John Dramani Mahama, calling the then president of the Republic of Ghana. Now the Danko Kufuor to say, well, you're clearing agents. Now, one no John Dramani Mahama. On the level, I know my level. On the level, into no level, no. Even because we do one term, yes, but he knows his level. And on the level, no say when you're clearing agent, and a war ba say yamiya dum. Naswa bayo man penia. One woman clearing agent say. Na kwada ya bone, na kwada de subambiedi. And then the mbra wabeshano ebo ebrano. Wabekase bia makwada, me darling boy, me shining star, samin timin kasano ho, ama penny ebo hu dua, esin kete se, wano waba, wamba yesa, na first test, and sorry di kain, ama penny e breach wano kasa, nasimo kanya wasani dua body toswo, even the code of conduct, ama penny bo dua ewo mu se, wa wunim na ubebu na shadia wase no swono. What the Biani Asutria Bianua, as a fata one of the Betchonwo. Mommy Aquatie, November 2024, as somewhere, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, he was then the flag bearer for the NDC. Wakaya, Sananado Danko Kufado, where Clarence
is not a quest for witch hunting, but it's a genuine desire by Ghanaians to see public officers. This is not a quest for witch hunting, but it's a genuine desire by Ghanaians to see public officers held to account for the public trust that was placed in them. Fighting corruption requires courage and principle. I will ensure meritorious appointments and allow the systems of transparency and accountability unfettered space to work. And I know my level. Even if someone says I have no level because I served only one term, I know my level is definitely not to be a clearing agent. This is not a quest for witch hunting, but it's a genuine desire by Ghanaians to see public officers held to account for the public trust that was placed in them. Fighting corruption requires...
I'm a penny John Dramani Mahama Wakasana. And my level is not to be a clearing agent. I'm a penny says here, a bit me say. And social kind we fairly, and we can tag you as a super clearing agent. What your partner look out to get nano. Obiaba na cleared. As a sophobia will win us on my what dear son with my clear Obeca na a from it as a blano na ya trasia and bray. You know, Musa Dankwa, yan and Tiasa 3-4 days, yes, I see ye. Where to me, I am survey. Where to me, I am post. Ama, which them say, Ghana for your margin. Our year post now. Where ye no eho. Minority so and a petition charge. OSP, any post CID. Say, Omen Shemu Evanfa, Sami Jemfi. A case no do. Presidency say, and Premu, one was seen for free ye. Into a moment to me, Casami Jemfi. Because one of Accra NDC party no when it comes to communication, and they are telling us that Samijan fee is more valuable than any other Ghanaian. Don't to me for now. And to yɛhwɛ ni a ɛbɛbɛ biem yɛ follow proceedings no and bibia bɛbɛ akyerɛ bia no yɛne yɛhwɛfo ne etiefoɔ ɛbɛkyɛ san kɔmɔ no 37 minutes past the hour 4 Western Diamond TV on to Radio 101.3 me say me dem biam no Okyeremaba AS Enchill the radio PRO of di kan ye journalistically sɛ ne yɛn yehu nneɛma ɛne aka kyerɛ ne twɛn wa besisi a
reorganization any a kumye in Kabomono were able to win power again. And then media based Ramo. Some way support to win, some way support to win. Oman Mpuntuo. Nasa a Korean baby Musua. And then the Jina Akachina regional and national executives said Oman amnesty from Afoko, Alam to everybody that has been suspended. Oman amnesty. Young Frau Omra, Nian Kambo, say it
on TV and Bray. Offer so emienu ayede enkomo no be hye so no na ebre no awie du into text message and a WhatsApp message no 0248 071174 0248 071174. Dr. Frederick Boahen was a member of the communications team for the NPP the region Western region in Bray one and a minute by the common share. How far so far my Ghana and come bonus at the same? One minute, yadi etifako and a ya, Yanan and Namabe from Tintan Fidiano Sone, Ghana have a beer, Antino, the Ocosubiano, one away. No, good evening.
Good evening.
Maybe Aboko. Yamia Domesimo Yapa, Dog Bajo Casabiana Minti.
Good evening.
Aha. Now we need a farm crowd.
Okay.
Aye, be Aboko.
Nyamiadom. Nyamiadom yetim ya sorry ye bodru hide na sedam kuto na yedema onyankopon ntene wa hide nyamia na yeden dase nyina yedema
very well constituency boko de
oh nyamiadom ma memfa nche kese so ma Takoradi constituency MP honorable Dr. Okyeremaba na fiekuma mensanso Enchill lawyer Boama. In fact, he is doing a marvelous job for the constituency.
Very well.
Very, very marvelous job for the constituency. You know, Enchill, the two hard working MPC in this region. Enchill, when you know, Chamba.
Very well. Now, overseer and Kumaba, any of you need na Samijan fee issue near dear Abebe. If Francia and Nano Saturday, Assembly by na Sunday, if Francia, you who krum. In which Monday, I've read na secra, I've no communicators, no media houses in Swasum. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And Chief of Staff Kushiano. I may say, I'm penny safe for now. Who ya say, Ebe Abrantan, young gentleman in the money idea. I buy young fun easy, sir, because Sabi Yene who say, do Bianca and Sika Radie. Now, so as a public official, and you may be an SON or Bontani idea. So far, anu ya aba, umoja na apology no so edi akaso onko fi nkodi na ile duane ya oje ne samamtio.
Ochamba, meda so so biom na menche wo etiefu nyina na especially NPP for worry hwehen at this moment and all wonderful Ghanaians so worry hwehen. You see, with this issue here we see, President John Dramani Mahama, eyi wo be the biggest crack ewo NDC.
Okay.
Ewo ne legacy so far. And I know that the president order on that because of this issue. You see, President John Dramani Mahama, at a point in time, Tama no your vice president. His only achievement, make a Tama na young papa atame so no your president. Ni only achievement was to write a book. The book no tunde my first coup d'etat.
Okay.
Na book no not sure there. One of his traits, nisum anane personality trait no ekwenye there or ye indecisive. And we have come a long way. And this trait is still manifesting in the life of our president, being indecisive. Because one, only 2 days after establishing a code of conduct for your appointees, that this code of conduct should guide you in your official duties. Only 2 days. Look at what has happened. And since I know the president is trying to tell every Ghanaian that we should not trust his word again. Because if you can bring a code of conduct and 2 days are there, your code of conduct has been put into under a litmus test.
Yeah.
And you have failed. So in this instance, Ghanaians wouldn't have belief in your word again. You see, I want to even start my submission from this point. Tama, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Obeye President, Okyeremaba, the economy has been criminally handled by Akufo-Addo.
Sure.
In other words, to be a crime scene.
Sure.
Enti Tama Ghana Labor Union, when you look at salary negotiation, or say one, sikeni ho. Enti no, 10% increase. And 10% increase. And there's a question will be any pay slipper. You see that will be increasing by 200 cedis.
Okay.
Will be 300 cedis. No increase. Okay, fine. In your budget, there was no allocation for job creation. It is actually 2025 year. And the men with the rotational nurses are going on strike because of the allowance. I want to weigh so what if because there wasn't any allocation for job creation in the budget of NDC 2025. Now more you one year there. Ni pause the mama wonfa obiara ewe jumim. They were able to allocate fat amount of money to the various ministries, presidency, and quoted the 11.8 billion what they call presidency alone. A lean government. Abra nanadu na also do ya criminally handled economy or the 327 million. Our the billions to a tune of 11.8. The Ministry of Communication what the 78 million Ghana cedis. Now what the quay. Abra Akufo-Addo the time no 4 million Ghana cedis. Look at the difference. Every another catch a Ghana for the sikeni ho. After no increase electricity by 14.7%, almost 15%. Now tunsu muso by 4%. In Takaboma, almost 20%. Or take effect May. So since you be all tunsu, all to electricity biano, there has been a drastic increase. Nasesisia now we catch and sikeni ho. Now your appointees are able to give thousands of dollars as petrosika. Hey, it is only under NDC in one description of a poor person or Accra than standard. The description of a poor person is on the standard of Accra.
Nice one.
Accra dole bokita Lexus, not the bay. A jini binu. And the Sami Jemfi describe Accra or a poor person. And what have you seen? The president has been able to pardon him, the uncle. So, now who is a clearing agent? Who is a clearing agent? Now, me the ended the na baby na America. The Mrs. Sami Jemfi nyame na wetua ne kaw.
Okay.
Nyame na wetua Sami Jemfi kaw. No bokodalo so etua Sami Jemfi kaw. Sami Jemfi in person. You see, during the campaign, Sami Jemfi, last campaign na waye, ewo UTV. One Saturday entertainment program. No. Sami Jemfi went on that program. Not far, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia si ho. No started or describe it, Papa. No. There, Habtel, or ya Bawumia dia. Inta ugana yimbia na eto prepaid biano sikano, odi nkanu ko Bawumia ne Habtel no. No what to be. No, we are the Canada come electricity company of Ghana. Into Bawumia every year be an over 150 million Ghana cedis no do gunu kotokum. Shenden this about power no. last week na Haptel was celebrating 120 years anniversary. Sam George Okobi. Yane Attorney General Okobi. It is under the program na if you want to win to na work there. Haptel nyaba omedia.
And that we shouldn't politicize.
And we
businesses.
shouldn't politicize business.
Yeah.
So you use His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia, ne personality, ne disgracing the Ghanaians. No wonder the NPP won't pay 1 quarter aba. Because wobenya some bitterness be the mayen leaders no, especially Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia. Obi anani achievement. It cannot be matched in the office of any vice president in this country.
Okay.
What sim when you see ho and the Sami Jemfi nyamia yadom, your party is in power. One more post. Now you see how difficult it is to be a public official. Check. One more post and one show will come. Now look at the kind of misbehavior a display our public. Video no point and repeat. Because a public official with thousands of dollars in your car. Na agrada friend nukunda ombre nombo cha. Na le can dollars. Nevian wave shum kene fiusim. Na agrada de chede who say woman no day. This call for resignation from Sami Jemfi. Sankawan resigning, the president should sack him to save the face of NDC and to save the face of the president. But in the actual, through your spokesperson, there, let pardon Sami Jemfi. Really? In the city, Ghana na why then Sami Jemfi can display dollars to a poor person like Agrada. And president, you are telling us that he ain't true.
You see, almost say, Yamamut or Mutumu Baba Yedim Pa. Sana in this phobia more eka. Send the Bama Mutumu eating. So she crana, who crampon one sound. Son of actually.
No. You see, a code of conduct now. We are dealing with the word of the president.
Sure.
I mean, I'm not even looking at the narration of other NDC officials or Sami Jemfina apology. I'm looking at the word of the president. I'm holding it in a high esteem because I want to do code of conduct daba. Next day, sisiano obi biara obeye boni biano no. The thing is that person has to be sacked, and we shouldn't take it for granted. That is the word of the president. Into no Sami Jemfi also want to make no. The president, you should act on your word by sacking him, because as there shouldn't be. Also, one, eschew, in other words, avoid opulence and be accountable for the use of public funds.
Okay.
Mr. President, Sir Elucho Code of Conduct, were you aware? Did you read your old Code of Conduct, Mr. President? Did you read the Code of Conduct? Were you aware? Do you know that in the Code of Conduct there is a place here, essay, eschew opulence and be accountable for the use of public funds. If the president was aware of this, then he should act on it.
Okay.
So if you are leaving Sami Jemfi on the platform of Sami Jemfi, when you know, so we should let him go. Wow. Yes. So the president is now telling us that it doesn't matter what you do.
Yeah.
You should be let go. Wow. This is the man who was saying that he was coming for reset. This is the man who said that he was coming for reset. You see, NDC ba power. Felix Ofosukwachi, look at the type of phones since you use $11,000 each. Okay, two. No, the better net TV do the analysis. Joyce Muktadri. Not the kind of bags and watches are no use. In the NDC power in less than 5 months, these people are now preaching different gospel when it comes to governance. But I trust Ghanaians that Mary Wale show.
Sure.
Ghanaians. Because I want to know what there. Since your Ghanaians voters are very discerning, that is why they voted against MPP. But the same Ghanaians are still here. Won't call Babyara. They are still discerning. And whatever NDC government has done concerning Sami Jemfi, ni case, it will come back to them.
Okay.
And the Chief Justice in a trial and the war starts.
Yeah.
What is the basis? Ose, or the Ghanaians can order plane tickets, or the manukuna naba. The one took one. Into on was suspending a war trial. But Sami Jemfi displaying money like this, dollars like this. Sami Jemfi should go just like that. The media no normal Chief Justice on letter. Public apology. No one jane. Why is the other one being treated like this and Sami Jemfi also being treated like that? But Imen Kashi.
Okay.
Ghanaians are very, very discerning.
But yeah, linking come here due to surveyor and I suppose Yura Musa Dankaye. Well, I for Musa Now I don't know. Say when so your idea or seka you wasting energy, time, money doing this post. Though it was a phone, post be our and yet one-on-one idea. But after we any post, before Chief of Staff of Takoradi this report never Amma Felix eba beka once more TV so no was one so Ghana for more cases Sami Jemfi pardon no 55.2%. One more almost so case yen suspended no 26%. And one more so I can say yen yinedi I think say 10%. And one more so new opinion biano 7.4%. Na me bisa say Papa ne newe bi a wo ye ene ne we fra say wo ye no. Do you see him to be someone aligning himself with the NDC or pose wo ye no credible to the extent say even the chief of staff ebetumi aka say wo gina we so ene public opinion you so aka say o de mama so minya so me pardon because 55.6% ka say yen pardon Sami Jemfi. Bibi say possible.
You see Musa Dankwa to me I mean, he will not appear under my scope of integrity or intelligence. I mean, I don't take whatever post to be another banner serious. In fact, I don't even want to see or even discuss it. Because one, you can win election by poetry, but you govern by prose.
Okay.
In other words, when it comes to governance, there is no propaganda. And what NDC are trying to do is to use propaganda to govern. But that is where it will not work. It will not work. It doesn't take polls. Why? The opinions of Ghanaians. Like, wabasasa. She area bring now you make kadamasemia. Now one elderly man. Na obisa Sami Jemfi na sam no so wate. No we na man afi na ne raho ni dimi na asesa. O se sisi ane rent wewu. Onye sika nkotua ne rent. Na Sami Jemfi wenye sika. No so dem agrada. The agrada ye poor person. So ekukru sika dam daman. Abro ne peyin na ogina ho nkra ne rent wewu. Where Pablo came and vilified Sami Jemfi that idea why no is so shameful. Menim Kwesi Pratt also no NDC should defend what has happened.
And as a former Kumbugu MP, Rasmu Barak and so ebe can the same thing.
So
even as Central Regional Minister can say, hey Sami, later no mu na be mo aso mo ye biribi 5 and 1. Yes.
So if opinions in NDC are of the view that what Sami Jemfi has done is so shameful, you cannot tell me this post correspond with the opinions of majority of Ghanaians. Because I did Sami Jemfi, NDC for Nala what that one that.
Okay.
And then I went to one radio station. Now me say NDC communicated Biara at this moment. One more appointment. Na ehun dem video. Na say Sol Fifi. Now you still go to radio stations to defend NDC party now. On woof you would offer PTA meeting. Now what can asam to him? Because probably you have loose vision in life.
Nice one.
Where me say a week before I moved to Kwani, one radio station, me say you even offer phone in, and this in a mention Queen. Also Fred Kebima Wati, Kebima, Kebima, na Kebima, and I also spoke on his behalf. NDC communicators are peeved because party number power. It being a one seeding pool. Both callers and panelists now work on. When you one seeding pool. And Sammy Jemfi, you are here glorifying Agrada, doing your lorry fair. And Agrada is a poor person.
Now, all communicators. One of your poor cross
yes.
One of your mobile for essence our communicators. No, we are living with them and on my programs. So sometimes what you say, and your man ye, na ya what ye, but mine. Obi Oba who say ready.
What?
And yet TNT crowd.
So with what has happened right now, Mrs. Ankedo to NDC Funanism no way a secret voting. Anka probably you see the majority doesn't agree with the decision the president has taken.
Yeah.
When you secret balloting, and one national executives, and when the majority doesn't agree with the decision of the president.
Very well.
So what has happened? There is no way it agree or correspond with the mepose of PY.
Very well.
In other words, always a Ghana from Pebufu. Always a Ghana from Pebufu.
Okay.
Because anybody who speak on behalf of Samiji Fibiano, they are not a thinking Ghanaian.
Very well.
So with what has happened, it has become like a tag about the President John Dramani Mahama came, and it will affect him come 2028 election.
All right, okay.
Whether he likes it or yes.
Yes, yeah, never come over fancy na menfa messages we from you. Let's have Good evening, Mr. Host. I am from Pomaso from Achime Subua. May God richly bless Bernard Chibo Siako and all his workers, especially those in the media, and also help him to become the national chairman. Inshallah, we are very fine. And I say, all the channels, no, so I will can yes, send a year and could have a name capacity for Nukushia. Now, so partner the communicate Bentino was suspended when you have a chairman, Baba Enchill. If you have, okay, so if you have mediocre leaders like John Mahama and his NDC, people did expect something good for country. Ajaba, these people from 2009 to 2016, they messed up everything in this country. But yet, we voted them again. Why did we do this to ourselves? We shouldn't expect, now I try to accept, okay, so any good things from John Mahama because they came with their own interest. My name is Takoradi Opoku, watching you from Kumasi Quarter Extension. Thank you so much, Takoradi Opoku. Please, the radio is not working for some weeks now. Yeah, we are aware and we are still working on it. Yes, so radio need a quiet na hamo. The yesterday higher cross some cry. And I must pass the piano much of your dear radio now. Econo Womugusu, a young Widuma. Ajima from Huni Valley, Ochava, Mahama's code of conduct is fake and useless. He only launched it to protect himself and his appointees. The super house clearing agent has cleared the dollar boy. Into where a text message is making kind and Chemaba was up and so. Good evening, Chemaba. Keep on the fire. And this has failed Ghanaians. Things are hard in the market. NPP needs to gather to win 2028 general election. Special greetings goes to National Chairman to me, an incoming regional women organizer from Sub-Zero, Sejo. Lastly, now Menkro Ayera, Dr. Frederick Boyan. So, you educate, inform, and entertain. Bless you from Wafateria, Ketri, Adamsu, and what message we edit free by Yemedasipi. Now, yes, the stabilization of the city. It's here to Rebecca, city no, Aye Accra, and now I'm checking 1272. I think Seba na eba from na aya na edwuma obi baye ne dada na no na obi so beto aso ntino eso fa so na ne wa bayi obedie any other factors are and also contribute to the depreciation of the dollar and appreciation of the cedi. Now enra na AGI ne guta ne Fabak focus here Minister for Trade and Industry and Agribusiness Yema Elizabeth friends of Oswa Jare na komodie no mu kire mu se because of the liberal kind of marketer yeah you are many no be to me to another son of penny bia into no abandon to me say good for so amonte me aba born so do inflation about from Sydney swing hoden but abandon to me show bia but good for so am assurance say aban no emo some 60 days no mo fa enhwa ade kakra e dollar na egina no na etumi to aso saa de after 60 days no yen hwe se o metumi ate no mabo no so e de amayen ebinum hu ne ka ebinum come with them differently but I don't know your stance on this and the dollar nya ho ne mamiti o
you see anka it is a good call that anka Ghanaian traders no based on the indication we are seeing right now they respond appropriately then ka better to enyomado but it will be an early call for the traders in there. They will reduce the prices of their goods and services.
Okay.
Because one, since your dollar no was system no mono. And when there since our gold reserve wa koso. Due to approach Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia from 2023. On my yen to Bank of Ghana. Yetim to oil gold bedu go on. Now we have so much gold reserve.
Nice one.
Two, since you know that the main trade war with US na China no, it Oma in your so bebe ya basa so there was more dollars in Ghana.
Okay.
Now train no since you know Ghana, yan sha see that you make a bulk payment.
Okay.
Into no the reserve the dollars no the over hapa. Traders started the wallet cranium because of the Christmas wabeno. They have some more goods there walleton. Into the brain and one shot the wallet cranium. So there are more dollars here. And when they see a barrel of crude oil, so ato, not that ato pa.
Okay.
From $100 to I think $60 or $66 thereabout.
Okay.
And you know, crude oil no bo on the international market. What do ankasa. And you know, some of these factors in the system will contribute to more dollars in the system.
Okay.
Into dollar prices, you know, all koso. But in the McKay, I think the Joy News or the City News. Now also there, when you go to the Abochi Fuya
black market,
I want black market.
Yeah.
Their dollar rate keeps rising than the Bank of Ghana rate.
How?
Yes. The main rate here well but then that
yeah.
When you go to the black market now, you will not have the main exchange rate at the black market. And we know that it's a Ghana mostly, so that is where most people also change their money or currency.
Yeah.
So what is reflecting here is not reflecting on the ground. And you know, there has to be something to be done. The black market, and also you see that the rate is also going down. Two, now some of these factors here, since American, the traders also want to give them 60 days or 2 months and for them to see that if indeed it can be stable for that longer, then they will respond appropriately. Onya dama, since you are saying dollar no, so sanso kosu bima. How are you going to import again?
Okay.
And to a pada wash there, if indeed for the time being, if oboko sura now yeah, and the shada car power.
Yeah.
What's it? So government in Chiawan Kawa $400 million. 3 days they will shut their plant. So if the government is to make such a payment, you can see that it will still affect the circulation of the currency.
Yeah.
That is the dollar.
Yeah.
So some of these things now, our economy no on why my dollar no odoso bebre. Na yen this ankeleka anka tutusra ne besre at the ton for no. There. One who Ghana for na so mobile. Because the government only increased salary by 10%. 10%. That is 200, obinede 300. On the blind side, the government has increased electricity and water tariffs on a high level. So, say, now when they say them 10% salary increment, say, do marketer, what will it buy? And the American munhu there, since NDC ba power no pon, time NDC whatever no na cement was 80 Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
And it is around 130 Ghana cedis. Annual road prices has doubled.
Yeah.
And then obi no so koto milk me free the me other milk no.
Yeah.
O chede dozen was around say 90s. Nem say 90s or what on crying. Also be them ton 80 cedis, be ton 80 cedis, 50 pesos. Me free milk no, that type of milk.
No problem.
So you can see that even at this moment, some of the commodities are still experiencing increase in prices.
Sure.
So trader no anya then. What would the trader do? So the government should rather assure the traders that within them 2 months they will be able to stabilize. If not decrease it more, at least one stabilize, so that the trader will open a regime or confidence in the government. That is a metal when your mother more, at least I can buy more and bring it back.
Sure.
No, any them necessary no iron rods, cement is our cateto da. Ebia wo rice ye cateto da, oil ye cateto da. Na say ebia kafa biom na say currency no we depreciate. What will you do? Into no more that the traders no 1 or 2 months no without my government the government just has to work hard within the main window frame no.
Yeah.
The dollar no before more or there will be some kind of sustenance. It is as ended the nurse or the 12 point something.
Yeah.
So the wala for ebia 1 month be the Ghanaian trader no be assurance be. All he's looking for is assurance because one or a business woman or man. It's only need you any money there. I don't know look for no. On so better told.
But okay, yema did for no so ntia se. Enya commodity bia nso na $1 sem. Obo redwamu a obi atime da asabra wa no ma no kura so. Even to the extent se kontobre ya okwati wo mikro mbe nso yi. What if I can come here by your say dollar say akosoro. Kontobre so ye dealing dollars. Oh no. But obiso a obe analysis mo ati ase se. What if I can no car bo no. Nipa no koto fuel no fuel bo no. OMC no sukoto fuel no fuel bo no. Oh no we trace identity no dey be so kontombre nim. But hey, yes I boy hu abro. Was American in fact it is a perfect truth. And that na me gidi there no be make reference be there and them the goat meat. And the pound is 60 Ghana. Na be say when the goat no so near the dollar near the ta. Aponte no. Yeah. Ya the dollar near the ta. But also them the pound is 60 Ghana. So why? But is it maybe boy bro to the extent say yes. I bet trace am o e bia na npa ko no ntumi trace am waka just go to no wonye no ha o free e bia esoro north and obesa catches north no ye ne Burkina Faso na won say Burkina Faso no so no wo mu ndi ye si di no bi nti o esenyi no tu ensehunu bi.
You see, sometimes in today, obi on fade wa dollar no. Obi na okoto ade so okoto dollar induced good.
Okay.
Nti ebi wa tire me say good here American pound 60 Ghana. Obi na okoto cement ahwe cement na price dru. Nti mu da ade no one. I mean mu dey your major commodity if the government should come in, e be to the cement prices.
Yeah.
If cement prices should reduce right now, it will send some form of signal.
Yeah.
To the ordinary traders,
yes,
that cement prices has come down. Iron rods, if the price of iron rods should come down, it will send some signal. And that the government should also intervene in certain areas.
Yeah, intervention about concern. Now, I think say me a newspaper review. Facha me say make article and common need intino. Now I think say cranka na omo de cement no omo kradeba. But omonya other alternative be kai party say 2 weeks ago. Omonya alternative be a omo tumi de cranka ne bi e wo omanyim. Na I think say enu mo mbeboa yen. But o ka say ro aketi amode ye say ka obese wo ma cement buo no e standardized. Say bia na cement A manfa gasem because I know your mind dia. E bia gasem ton no 2 cedis a cement B and so beton 2 cedis all because of baby omofa clinker no obia ne baby a ofa ne dia but tumi ye no one na oh a boy ye na ye aginie. So there are some commodities bia eno ne betumi ama aban no de osa to bo no so.
Yes.
One titil duty no so our port because what titil duty no so a e ma nimpa no so ne mo no kraba no duty no form so at least otumi so bete so e wo manyim obo e bete duty no so ama no but still no beto o manyimu a obesa so na bo.
You see, that is why the government has to come in with drastic measures. Because if intervention as concerned to the substitute of clinker now, then I think that it is very laudable that you share that area. No, if you can find substitute of clinker now, then me did say if you can even find substitute, I think that there will be so many cement manufacturing companies in this country. Some will be ready to offer some prices. In Timon, there's a reduction or start on some critical commodities. Beer, obabuapa, tebe roofing sheet. What yes. Cement, what onion rods, what maybe electrical cables, and there. So bandama, it will also send some signal down to the ground, ma obia so what on because in fact the salary we Ghanaians are receiving, it is very, very painful. Yes, sir, government, that it should be up and doing, so that some of these things, Ghanaians will feel it. What's the dollar labor for? But when you go to the market, it is not like that. People don't see the reduction anywhere. So I am meeting, and let's hope that within the 2 months, there will be some assurance from the government. Our Ghanaian traders, so we'll be to because gas them 130. So ultimately, Baba 80, 90 be. Maybe at the other cement in about 70 beer. I think Ghanaians will bring some kind of cushion beer. Obama young hair because on the form it is very, very, very serious.
It is only gullible ones who are jubilating over the artificial CD appreciation. I want to state that Ato Forsen and the NDC government has no hand in has no hand in the appreciation of the dollar. Just few weeks ago, there was trade war between China and America, which affected the dollar to depreciate globally. However, the trade war has come to an end, and so I urge all of you jubilating to keep an eye on the dollar from next week. Has food items been reduced since the cedis appreciated? Has 5 cedis kinker dropped to 1 cedi? Has transport fares reduced? Has prices of automobile come down? How much is pure water? So what is the sense in making noise about the dollar to the cedis ratio? Any assurance from Esutare on what the way they are back? When so say Okyeremaba Radio PRO. My brother, good afternoon. Hope you are doing well. Thank God. Okyeremaba, my name is Takoradi. Okay, Takoradi, my king count the war. Text message, Na Misha, I say, one and ubo mi fie dino. I say, ask Samijan fee, he should be punished war. Tell your MPP that the Ababa is what delayed the NDC by this. Let me go on deep comparison. But one day, hey, one for the fan can one for the what I say, young talk on so. Now, young queen, yet the end is for 120 days. On the best social contract be. On the 26 promises. Now, on the 8th of this month, I'm penny be share Ghana for catchings while I fulfill all the promises. There are some ones which are still in the pipeline, but still now, what county can successes no home. Now, era of every 50 quarter, a interview be concerning the 120 days. And he said, no government can achieve excellence in 4 months. No government. So, the NDC can't achieve excellence in 4 months. It's now what's like a Ghana for Mushe ni Muse. Sa 4 months near Kayana and pass a bit to me, and they are yet in your maybe a yet excellent. Okay, son, my dream quit Accra. I'm so bad I make this car say you're a coffee pot of your small can your baby. Send another baby 5 months to a bemu and was say a man put all. What would be say ya? Now, quite say, one would Ghana fighting 80 agro brand of position now, Mamtio.
You see, wait, NDC, how they are behaving, it is not different from what I was expecting. You see, on your 120 days in Nkotempona wash a bowl. You see, Otimisha 100 days of bonny now, 90 days of bomb Porsche. On Osidoba within 90 days, double track. Double track.
Yeah.
Oba obeji 90 days. Obey double track if system no more. Obeya Oyi, the Minister of Education, Haruna Idrisu, they set up a committee for double track removal, or set a committee. So it is only after the committee what they want report to Ben okay there. Now the double track system can only be solved after 2027.
Sure.
And Sana with him weji double track if you ho. So if the double track you know that ain't me if you ho. But at the year campaign that a double track within 90 days.
Okay.
You see, Adia Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia NPP government, what they did was one, double track system no. What if you are more 30% of schools now what you double track. So NDC is now telling us that Chido only 3 years and son with him we double track. Nice. But or the baby shame no 120 days no. And for reducing about 90 days. 120 days no okay the 24 hours economy will start to work. On no read the budget here or say after the policy framework and poor corner work 120 days no so no 24 hours economy on so what committee 24 hours economy no now quoting what who committee. And we are asking Ghanaians 4 months in Waba, 120 days in Waba. Have you seen the 24 hours economy working? It is under the 24 hours economy no work there. What the special electricity tariffs were dreba. Sami Jemfi, the last program no okay no. One of the reasons I'm saying only 2 and a kawanye. Also we import meters yaba. Under 24 hours economy. A hairdresser, a welder, a carpenter. Now a fall under the 24 hours economy. Or more them specialized meter no. Ono netaris no will form. And there may be a welder, carpenter, hairdresser. The meter ni bibo shop wa. Have you seen that meter? Why? Because they spoke for vote. Onye de no watching the ordinary Ghanaian no. It is only for vote. Until the 24 hours economy is not working. It's no more working. And this and many more. Now NDC government spoke to Ghanaians just because they want to win vote. And what are we seeing? 120 days now they have not been able to accomplish all of them. COVID-19 levy, where if you are,
boom.
It is still in the system. The COVID-19 levy is still in the system. A quarter idea what do receipt me bon the COVID-19 levy no wajuska. But they said that will be COVID-19 levy no odefiho. And these are some of the things NDC government spoke to Ghanaians. Na Ghana fu binim so what GD. And then look at what we are seeing.
Okay.
And then a business is wasi after 3 days. Ghana and sure about call massive doom so. After 3 days. Ono na John Jinapo when he was in opposition. All the year campaign the TMPP government that when they vote for you as a leader, you don't have to complain. You have to execute your mandate. So NPP should execute their mandate. And the NDC have a power. Car power. Osi. One government in 3 days. When Cheska what dena, we be shut one plant and down. And Abujina po in the elema commentary. Men when NDC funny they are calling for reshuffle of John Jinapo because he's not fit for the office. And actually, in totality, NDC government has failed when it comes to their 120 days promise.
But of course, Sanomuka, you know, Munya that they can't achieve excellence. Say, Wamuka say, but man can find she trimu say they would achieve excellence. Some by me be but send a baby Ghana for motion yinti. May I see and some like a crabby just some 30 seconds. But Yura Fifi Fiave Corte ni video no anan kan besa obono sound no ABC basa no bacho ho a fatumu mama I think say that is the first video no a ye label ye no fatumu mama ne sound ni okay now na Ghana for NTB na just a minute na fe yensan emra meto komo no so.
Have you? No, I mean we're not expecting to achieve excellence in 4 months. First of all, you must appreciate that we are taking over a country that is not in a very good place. And that is not just being political. It's a country that's not in a good place. It's a country that's not just politically, economically, should I call it a weakening country. We're talking about a country that's gone through what I call 8 years of moral decadence. You cannot have gone through 8 years of such soulless leadership as we have seen in Nana Akufo-Addo and Bawumia and expect that within a matter of 4 months everything is going to just be excellent. No.
Except that you gave yourself target.
Yeah,
26 things you want to achieve in 120 days. You're marking based on your own commitments.
I agree.
And if you set the commitments, the civil society guys give you a 50%.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Ultimately, what matters more is what the people of Ghana feel.
What do you think they feel?
I think the people of Ghana feel confident that they have a leadership that is not perfect, a leadership that is determined to ensure that it does far, far, far better than what we have seen over the last 8 years. Not just in terms of the character of the leadership, but in terms of the desire to accomplish something for the country. Not to spend all the time and lamenting over the past, but try to fix the problem as we see. A leadership that clearly you can see is laying what you call sowing seeds that will bring about a transformation of the economy.
So the first 30 seconds that you cannot achieve excellence. Papa me respecting me buno send your city no obra no ase kakra. Na okoye ndis fo bi no mu a omo ye fo bi anka nda meka me bugu so asem pa because Yewura Kofi Potofika bi o wo ka bi ebra bi abese cross 5 months na na do say wo man no me ba to mo fa picture no to so my na Dr. Frederick Bayen ento aso nia Kofi Potofika ye he is an NDC member, the then chairman of the NDC. Na na do buy ye January, February, March, April, May, June, July, just 5-6 months. Yes, now do say wo man no. And I'm telling us in 4 months, you cannot achieve excellence. And Timagana never be a ponanka or function the team NDC 120 days, they would achieve excellence. About your ready, and that's one.
You see, I'm reading I'm not surprised by the commentary of Fifi Kweti. I'm not surprised because who are you to expect NDC that they will perform excellence? Are now good. Who are you to expect them to perform good? Messi and some people they spoke for vote, not because they have good intention. I think last 2 weeks, not Sam George. Of course, Zip Center Chrono. Same with the video. Zipline.
Amenako.
And we may no, are you surprised about how the zipline operator?
Yeah.
But these same people. What can some go ba umianu ado onye shi no chede nala no tama no wole kadam sam ni nyado go papa no fi no na won konkwohwe adwuma na wa ye no won kwohwe bio obedi minister wie no call zipline center no hwe how surprised na wa ye there. So there is such a thing e wo Ghana ha. So these people spoke against MPP simply because they hate the party, they want to come to power. It is some of these things are working 100 days promise, 120 day promise. On your well thought idea, they didn't have the policy framework on how to achieve it. Because 120 days promise in Ukraine, what's 19 member committee, 19 member, they will make sure that 120 days promises are fulfilled. And this committee couldn't fulfill those manifesto promise. And also, we shouldn't expect excellency from them. Very shameful. Very shameful and silly comment. Very shameful and silly comment. That's a do to war. Manifesto do to war. And 120 days, we were not serious about it. Simply because we just wanted to deceive Ghanaians. And this is the commentary he's giving. I, for one, I wasn't surprised.
Okay.
I wasn't surprised. And we are yet to see more of the disappointment coming from NDC. Because they don't have the men to work. They don't have it. Share ended up. My name says share gold board. What's it? Catch in India for me.
It's 6 no.
And with them video now.
Yeah,
some of that 3 weeks ago, the same people were arrested. And with them comparison picture now. 3 weeks ago, ko Google.
Okay.
Ko YouTube. Nabo, Indians arrested by gold board security.
Okay.
You will see the video no 3 weeks. And the one who was watching one ended no. Akwa bodeno wom no. India anybody no. He's the 3 weeks video no, and it was reported by CCTV. So because they wanted to bury Sami Jemfi Nasam.
Yeah.
No, what did them story now baby that Sami Jemfi is doing something better at the gold board. So what they were pardon, were forgiven. So NDC government is here to do nothing better. Nothing better. And Ochina, look for that story and show it to your listeners.
Okay.
So they are here to do nothing better. They didn't have a thought through plan. They didn't have policy framework. They didn't have how to go or achieve their 120 days. 120 days, they will repeat the law.
Yeah.
Abandon Kwafu going into the Galamsey forest.
LI 2462. Yeah.
And in there, Echo say, I have forgotten the agency.
Okay.
NDC Bay from January to February 15 to Saturday. No, I'm a 15 license.
Okay.
15 mineral mining license. Nimpa, what's the day? 120 days. They will ban people from going into the Galamsey. And they will ban all form of illegal mining. 120 days were achieved. Rather than they have given more license since they came to power. So if these people are telling you that we should not expect excellency from them, then why wouldn't you believe it? It is your own ignorance. No, my NDCD there. Indeed, they will achieve excellence. But say, a discerning Ghanaians, you will know that NDC can't achieve excellence. Galamsey,
a term.
Where is the ban the president talked about? LI repealing over him. The LI is still in force. There is no ban on Galamsey. Double track is still going on. COVID-19 levy is still in the system. So why should they expect excellency from them? And Ghanaians should be prepared for more disappointment coming from NDC. Because one, they use propaganda, controlled media. Into Sami Jemfina Semi Obey. Even Takoradi here Ampono. A park or NDC radio station. On topics to be discussed. And there NDC radio station. The topics are what the Eba Yamba Kawasam. It is not part of it.
Oh, okay.
It's not part of it. The national platforms in Inano. On your TV. Sami Jemfina Sem, they will not talk about it. TV3, they will not talk about it. Why? Because NDC use controlled media just to make NDC NPP look bad in the eyes of Ghanaians, and for that they achieve it. And you know, since Yana Bana Wabano, controlled media, they didn't have a thought through plan.
Okay.
And we shouldn't expect excellency from them because they can't achieve excellency.
All right.
In fact, the best we can get is good or credit.
Okay.
Maybe from NDC.
Okay.
Because go to Accra, Kumasi, Dumso is killing businesses day in, day out. Day in, day out. Abra Waben or catch and the only money they need to solve the issue. So can they raise the money? Can they raise the money?
They can.
So they don't have what it means to take Ghana forward.
Very well.
Any achievement in 300 million Ghana cedis award the sanitary pad. Net factory nampono what the sanitary pad no. Oba cost 300 million Ghana cedis. Ben this yet me kuku 300 million Ghana cedis. Man there was one yes can to fuel. May inform produce electricity. But when you 300 million Ghana cedis, what I call to sanitary pad.
Nice one.
This NDC government nyankopon na ebi obeshendin to go through them 4 years. Okay, NDC government, people will run away from this country.
Mate, may I say, good evening, big bro. I am an NDC member, but I like listening to your program. My uncle is an NDC communicator at Gumwa Central. Come and see the way he is suffering here. I am Andy from Gumwa Central constituency. May I say, hey, A plus Nimpeswaso, Gumwa Central. Obisi, please stop talking about Samijemfi. You, and he should stop also doing what he's doing. Good evening, bro. Only in Ghana, that same one will tell us we have short memory and we vote for him as president. We deserve what they are doing to us. General income, 1 from Sunyan Zongo, and we differ what they abba. When the price of fuel is coming down, what shows that the dollar is not coming down? Let's talk about the good. Okay, you, Mati. May I say no so there? I'm sure so we waste time type waba. Good evening. I'm really enjoying the talk. Please, I will be glad you deliberate on allied health professionals that have been left not posted since 2019 till date. The government should kindly listen to our cry for our professionals, for our professional skills are wasting on street while on our health facilities are understaffed. Thank you very much. All right. So Abdul Rashid, that man is speaking as and they should be aware that Ghanaians are okay. Abdul Rashid may not say, I mean, sure, papa, so they can't attest to their argument in court. All right, John Jinapo. Okay, so where's it say? I really love the program and kudos. I carefully listened to the conversation this evening, but I think it will be better you might have a discussion. And to Samijemfi's issue, he follows his heart. So please, in my view, he did nothing wrong. Okay, that favor locating Accra that day. So if maybe you guys put in that advertisement in to make Accra mentias. John Jinapo should have been sacked now. At his watch, 1,500 containers are missing. The country has lost 650 million Ghana cedis because of his incompetency. Also, there were the Abanye. All right. From Felix, MBA, NDC is here to do nothing as you claim, but far better than blah 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 blah. Let's blah blah. My question to you: can blah 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 excellence in 20? Answer NPP ankasa. Oba achieve excellence in 120 days. NPP ankasa. Into Ura Felix. John Dramani Mahama na sabi. Say contour le pa na homa so no kon. Contour le pa na homa so no kon. One pe na akwaka 120 days. Nde hunting one. Ten you be na kwaka share na no. We also say Clarence Same would be a big tag on President Mahama and NDC neck. Ghanaians are watching from Wakiki and Naji. Last 2 messages na me pick course and Mbrei. Don't you remember Vincent Assise saying that the NDC is not a party but an election machine? Ghana okay, so both of fundamentals here. All right, so I am really enjoying the show, the program. Kudos. Unia makenka wodi no makenka me da se 0248 071174 0248 071174 0248 071174. Hello, good evening. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Bacho Din baby Okasa free.
Okasa free and go keep crunchy.
Keep crunchy my mint you.
You the machine is my power. President Mahama said the level. When you train the agents go. Okay, that's for work up over there. Okay.
Make up
Kubena minutes and $30 now. We was not clear 3 minutes. I know sports ministry what the question again.
Presidency.
What did you say? They be able to come once and good say the best problem because some just in that here. Some just that you know many papa. Many papa. Me go be an papa sama ya ni na some just video. Mo ba se many pa.
Person me dance. Okay. Hello, good evening. Mami Fawe. Good evening. Pacho dini baby akasa free. Hey, Swanzi Bafo. Eswale. Kuenim.
I love you.
Thank you so much, Edma. Thank you. Nazame dance. Abo me credit. Good evening.
The institutional.
Oh, the institutional. Uni bia boko de.
Bia boko, nyankopon onton pandem.
Eda mi ase.
Edinka me no o se de ono. Mo pa ya de. Nyankopon no pandem. Achava.
Yes, sir.
After no, you are no serious poster. Who do what? You are. No serious poster will do that. Somebody can catch us over here. Back a crano. Obi Jana here, where who post. Obi Jana here, Musa Dankwa. Would you match my way? Or by you who post. How can you come down so low? Obi akwatu sakana sikaguni egukam. Me ya chin ya kadya nya. What say na say? Ana wanya boni bia. Ajawa. Obonsam si pomba ne. Ghana for because obonsam ko wanya boni bia. Let me tell you this. If I also do any picture of Sami Jamfi, after no opposition, no $1 one family. I tell myself $10. This is a contribute. For black market, I have 14 to 15. Who will go for no? You were president of this Kenya Ghana. Who call road sector of this Kenya?
Okay, me ba chop mama yentwa ho mamra why na yansa metro so fa course me semu pi munya botrama ye ba sisi ase line mu nya yi papa e ma yenti ye ba na betro so me da se
yenti a ye in 2016 asofofo imamfo a mo so regional ma party no emu bi wo ha 8 years yanko mo bi etena otia na no sofu bia no tima party na ojaya ye kwa ye mpana na so nye kopana cho yeti committee a Okyeremaba and ne dan no se yenim enkofo bebre kika adekonti a yenim kunim e wa batuo no nenso so as a party na say na official report ne won sampa ye ko Ghana fa na nyina 276 constituencies 16 regions ye ko nyina ye busa ye nkro for deben pa le see Okyeremaba mo edom report no abren party omode baaye no National Council edutum ohona no eti abedeku a form Constitutional Amendment Committee say omontrasi Makukwe esoso abedeku the report about say amendment yo ankrakwa bi wo kwa amantima anko Okyeremaba enim na so owo proposals for decide ya committee ne kan nyina mbom na meboa July ye no extraordinary delegate conference na party ni goshia na ye constitution le bi essence Accra obam e na ma party na nya hode no omonhwe na omontupa na mo Okyeremaba krata odi abreye no ye ti asese krata no yentimi mfa embeto aboti sabi ɛyɛ politics ne ɛyɛ no akansie na awokɔ mehu obi a ɔkɔ akansie na ne symptom the strategies ɔde abɛto abɔnten sɛ Ghanafoɔ nyinaa monhwɛ yɛte a
yɛnkyerɛ wei ɛnhwɛ. Hello, good evening.
The radio PRO.
St. Okushamo.
The radio PRO.
And I'm ready. Kwani mama na ase me huma ni yi kakra mama tie o.
Ya me o sure papa osompa ozosumiyen. Me say me former MP. Honorable Joe Gatti. Me say sikala keten MPP fuina. Na me ko bia kana komenturu ye na manya me be bia oje. Ma me aduwo yo obaje tumi. Chere PRO onye hwele wo ho. 2020 today. Yensa back in city back. You saying your president that can Nana Catherine Abrema Africa or the National Women's Organizer hopefully in there no more than going to know Uduha, the version in him. Share more all cordono, your papa. Name it, Miss Mobessi Bia ye. Yanko Pon and Nakasawa Prani ye. Na all the pa and this if one tomorrow. Yamina no the prani, no go and this if we must say. Assemble no baka chaye. What's our man sika cramp him into Ghana German yafo? What packet to more than 10% pay. Jaquada, sorry, son, a sika put go or go. Sammy Jeffine Bagum, the Calmano Richman. Nana Calm Pony, the next day. Let's a big piala and this for Cabela. No call for no card, the beat him. Yabasa Ghana for. Yen and the album, the out on your color TV. They are called for black and white. And that don't need repapa Belenima. Beautiful way that being answer. I'm a fool way that being answer. Ever say 2028 or waiting also when you hear that.
Medasi P. St. Okushamo, Medasi. MC of me who say, Emudawa and Twasona, Ever course to be Enfa and Count. Some 44 minutes past the R5, Western Diamond TV, and Bray. Uti Oman Mpuntuo na most a second no etre se yetumi kɔ yenim emuda ho. Hello, good evening.
Good brother tinane.
Nyame adu bono boy kwa pia bibia bɔkɔ.
Good brother bɔkɔ.
Yanko.
Missy anyansa ta bonta mu tupu sunsun bansa ma obana yempo ne papa. Also mpete, also obaka incoming president for 2020 Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. Na incoming national chairman want to me in the incoming Women's Organizer National Oyo State, Abrema Africa, and I want to body the eye of the region. Region Minister Obey, ma, you to me interchange, you to me matters at the GMP headquarters, let me be lawyer and to go pay the permissor. Men at work, one of the same could do. And oh yeah, no papa could happen in the year, and I'm in boot, catch up with them. My brother, the work at the cafe, you if you don't swing at me, if you're a person, Queen with your bra. Nature John, the man, Mamma, then a president, and ended with the action for him. Look at the chance you could make the mass of me there. She said, what's dollars out before more? For black market. Just like they are some call their cousins are dollars or nature, what mamma. In there, some trouble will sell 5 cities. Will sell some trouble 10 cities. When you market, ya, my brother, what's one, but now baby, oh yeah. Double track with the fuel. In the double track and wait to me, yeah. In the necessary teachers in allowance, what to Montreal, one. But brother, out to workers, we pay 10%.
Okay.
Now they increase electricity 14.5. They increase water. If you have $1 food now, and there's a man from 85 cities to 130. My brother, I'm a mama Kadema, MP before one bufui. Mama want people to what to my campaign here when the 120 MP. The monk of now.
Okay, Honorable Kapia Fachamena, Yatrasanka, Yebenya Ojuni Ediama Mat, Yenya and Mamu Ye Awabon 20 Obi Tia Cranwa, on 10 summer work. I'm a fan taying. Na Moso Mufrich, and mean, said the one now so free with it. Edding pass between a famo and Umbre. Yes, I know. Na Bibina is sick a craving ama. Yes, sir. And Zimbabwe, Yafa Frefonisi. Na Efan Como bonus brand away ye. As some courses by neighbor. Right, my phone messages me anyway, and far and femute will not fay. Yamfa and Como bono and brand away ye. Hey, as some what did the moody be dear. You Mudamundi na eduru say dan ba na se me kam na me di ubia na why no bokwa ma yen yenim say yen bra enkyere say yen di watem back on but send ya wo no sabi ubu hu no sa na esu ebu ya ho ti say wo be di atem program so a ebe mu de be ye wo number na 0595 1703 45 0595 170345 wo a wudi matem no number no me do boni achew na ebia na da foforo wanya ne sa mamefa ahaso de kakra emfa ento aso na yefa nkomo no emfa ensi we say hi Okyeremaba. The fact that President Mahama has free or pardoned Sammy Fee doesn't mean that Ghanaians have given him Ghanaians have given him, okay, because this young man just joined NDC from school and he was given gold board appointment 3 months ago. So where from this gargantuan money? Citizen Abacha and the way at the of course Sammy Fee 2018 mu pe and it is OSA Ghana School of Law, yes, as the president be ni idea our be right NDC mu be communications officer contest here Fred Agbanyo amotumi wini ye mo be the main communications officer 2018 2022 wasabe wini bi mu a okoni mpre so a and they when you gold board appointment into wona wo free NDC mu but something about pemende na wunya even 2 cities every party ni mono to hufo na fa ho adwen sanse yese sabesa agro na be de franopa agro be da e franopa me da se messages ne bebre na no na so yebre no ko ntime afi anko mobon be na wiye doc mami tie o
Achamba where and some ayer kanu it is very serious where let me also expose some hypocrisy of NDC party. And in there during campaign on free SHS, NDC kede woba head of schools no woba mu nska na wona nkasa wa kwa market we kedi wonugwa. Do you remember? The Wadia campaigner. You see, one of the means NPP LUC election was because some of these secondary schools no wonye sika indeed. So they joined NDC to campaign terribly against the ruling party. That is MPP. NDC Bay. President John Dramani Mahama. Let us go to all the private schools there. Indeed. Sir President Nabra, head of institution is Sikada one from Kogo Mkedugwa. Last week in a way issue a letter. There upon this letter, let me read it number from point. Also, the Ministry of Education in a letter dated 3rd April 2025 with reference number on the above subject matter directed head of public sector high schools to procure food items needed to feed students from 19th February to 30th March. Following the expiration of this arrangement, approval is hereby granted for the schools to procure food items at the school level to feed students up to 30th June 2025. Now, anima, government an item to be supplied by the ministry. 1. Rice, Tom Brown, hot chocolate, vegetable oil, palm oil, sardine, mackerel, tin tomatoes, margarine, sugar, milk, flour. Nina ministry no debo. These are the items NDC campaign the waba. What the Sika de Bama head of institution, that is the headmasters and the headmistress, Mawakoto. What their campaign NDC, NPP,
NPP, yeah.
Chasisiano approval in Yama who won't concoton gare, peanuts, soya beans, millet, maize, beans on the head of institution one koto. Bankeni you know government the baba. But what their campaign did here NPP that Nanadu Danko Akufo na large bawood baumia what the banu do ko school ho instead of what this sikana bokono. But NDC is continuing the same diagram. So what we are saying is NDC, they are very conniving, hypocritic party. They don't have any good intention for any Ghanaian. So come 2028, Mr. NDC Nala, they will run away. Because over to that time, it will be comparison of records. And Ghanaians will see party will perform better when they were given the mandate as compared to NDC. Nti enya sembiaka nyankopon na na yesre no that on share NPP Nibia on Shanodo, on man and one den. Now 2028, we have a battle to win. Come 2028.
But I say, Dr. Frederick Boyne, a member of the communications team for the NPP in the Western region. It was your hand in Comoboni na EBC. Na ya sign asrem bi em se ende etumi afa course no dodo enye bo apayo na mum challenge kakre bi na abanti ayen etumi amfa na so megidi ese wa enjoy program no pa na nka pese wodo so adwen kire ede ba o message ndi make nka ma o pa me da se na yeso sway me wo birthdays mienu birthday wish mienu e wo se metumi eye hu adwuma ba cho mo fa me so boy no ento so yes nice boy. That should be Accra way or a person be engineer. Yes, engineer papa. Once I was engineer for channel was reflect a good one who's out in the back. Abonechi. About chow Accra what that was screen this one. They did the Inshiraba Parkwesi Himans. Inshiraba Parkwesi Himans. Oko school our Tasak International School. Tasak International School. Na omame wo no ade ne ba wiase mu madam petty officer class 2 ekria bena petty officer class 2 ekria bena wase yenyina akwanya kase we so ande ne doba pakwesi inshaba pakwesi himans wedi ne birthday na yankan che ne say on this beautiful day I pray to God to bless you with all the joy and happiness in the world. May you sail through all the obstacles and challenges that come in your way to success. Intino inshaba o ma me say and there your birthday no ewa woda no was so trading upon yankropon ensem nchira se won shira na wo ma anigye ewa wiase mu ne asetena mu bia no endore ewa brabo mu na wasabo empire se wa how bia ne esi akwan bia no ebebo abrabo mu bia no yanyankopon wonyi fefiri wakwamu uswa de ohia ene wiase mu asetena pa nimde ene bambo yakopon enhia no mbo ho ba no kan wo se wo school a ne obesua bia no o ma me se wasese yakopon wo mahunu na baye penimpa ne de esi wo kumaso eye wo kumaso de bia no embre mu emfa emaw. Happy birthday to you in Shaba Parkwesi Himas Tasak International School from your mom petty officer class 2 ekria bena and was saying fa emawo. Now next one Lance Corporal ba Dorin. Lance Corporal ba Dorin na weso every petty officer class 2 ekria bena was say and then so your birthday Lance Corporal ba Dorin na petty officer class 2 say young country say or will show a glorious happy birthday Lance Corporal. May the Almighty God continue to bless and protect you forever. May all that you have dreamt and desired for come through. Have a blissful birthday. Intino, ebusuafo yewo untumi multimedia Western Diamond TV. Hey, obey no one for. Wow. Same media ba ware intino menka ho mo amaka wetire wo no. Mo hwe na etire mo ne petty officer class 2 ending commerce bia kwanda ho a na mfaye ma de enti no happy birthday picture ba ko su yezo what a wow you see happy birthday to you sis Lance Corporal Bahadorin me that say you do asum ni be si na ye gina so ati Adam so asese mo join yen on Western Diamond TV Oman Mpuntuo dwumadie so on Ultimate Radio 101.3 Western Diamond TV. Yakupon ya duma. Watena Friday ye betena se na Friday de nso akwanya be mu ya tena se e de asomo na ne Saturday madam from any ko suku ba kon kodwo mesa wi afe akenten Freston owo Prisia ho na wo di wunsem twerejuma ewo yame adoma Saturday oya wo kani Lydia ne ho ade ewo eye Prisia and maba aba betawechi Menenoko Oxford Institute of Journalism, Kumasi. Medasipi, the entire production team, led by our executive producer, Barema Banana Kunedu Abupra, Uskeni from Pomanson, Abanasawa Menia Ponsame, our MC, our share camera, so na Yaron so, Eddie Eba TV, no so. Yamia watch na, me in Shamadasipi. Ja! Itabi Ajagra Rabasaka Abinzi Abaziabadoku. I'm out of here. Good evening.